Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to see how to fill and submit application online specifically for Kendriya Vidyalaya admissions that was recently announced by Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan for Balvatika-3, that is UKG, for the year 2023-24. Okay, so what happened is earlier last year they opened Balvatika sections, that is pre-KG, LKG, UKG for 50 schools across India, but now recently, like two days back, they also announced of opening 450 schools around Balvatika 3 specifically in 450 school across India. So and also they for Balvatika 1 2 3 for previous year it was very limited schools, and the option was to go to the school and request for the application, then fill up the application, submit all the documents in the school, and then they will call you. But now they have made this online, so the convenience is we can fill the application online as we used to fill for class 1. Okay, so we'll go and see all the details in this video. Okay, so first I'll request you to, before continuing, please like, comment, and share this video to your friends who might be much interested in getting more information about Kendriya Vidyalaya admission and lot of other things also. Okay, so this is the online application link and this is the announcement. Okay, so first we'll go to this announcement first. Okay, so let's see what is the announcement. So the announcement which I published in my previous video, so I also posted one video earlier about the schedule and lot of details, which schools are there and how they are going to select. Everything I have mentioned in this video, and there are like basic details about Kendriya Vidyalaya admissions, so which is also applicable for this Balvatika, which is part of this video. So if you go to my channel here, Prasad Educators, also you'll get all this informations. So let's jump on to the notification here. So this notification already I shared. So this should be 5+ years, 5 to 6 years is the age criteria. A lot of other information. If you want to check the list of schools across India, you can check this. So this name is the regional office name, which is the state capital usually. So this state capital has the regional office which controls all the schools, KV schools under the state. Okay, so if you want to check Gujarat list of schools, you can this is the regional office, and these are the list of schools in Gujarat. So similarly Bangalore, Karnataka, so a lot of schools, so you can check all the schools here. So this is the online admission portal, and let me show you the age criteria first. So age criteria is within this date, so 1/4/2017 to 1/4/2018. So if the child is born between this date of birth, they are eligible. So eligible is April 2017 to 18, and 5 years completed and 6 years completed. So they are calculating both. So earlier they mentioned that 6 years is not completed, but I'm not sure why they are taking it. So when we go and start filling the application, these both dates are accepted, and below this or higher than this date is not accepted. So if you see, I mentioned 31/3/2017, so this date is not accepted here. And if you see, this also is the date 2/4/2000 upper age limit, so upper date also it's not accepted, shows an error. Okay, so other things will I'll show you. So once you click on this register, so you have a lot of information in this. This is the official website which is maintained by Kendriya Vidyalaya for only for the admission purpose. So this is the head office, like Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan main office, New Delhi's website, which has all the information related to Kendriya Vidyalaya. When you click here, you get all this information, announcements, everything. And this is the only one website which manages, as I said. So you have to click here for registration. So before going to that, let me tell you that what are other options. You have the help desk option here. You have all the instructions, like instructions to fill the application. If you have any doubts, you can go through this instruction clearly. Okay, and what are the documents required to be submitted to the school. Okay, so school department. So these are the document. If you have any doubts, you can look into this document format. So I have downloaded this document format you. So you can see this document self declaration. So if you are applying under RT quota, you have to mention that your school and the distance from home is 5 kilometers. So you have to say that, okay, this is how my school is. This is the application submission code, and I can declare that my school is within this 3 kilometers, 2 kilometers, 5 kilometers, and you have to sign this. and this is for person who is in service, central government or state government. This is the same format. You have to get this signed from signature of the head of the office with name, designation, office stamp. So this documents, you have to keep it ready. Once you are selected for admission and you get a call from the school and you know that your kid is selected, then you have to get this documented, or documents prepared. Okay, not now. So for the online admission you don't need this document, but for once your admission is confirmed, then you have to so it is good that you can keep it ready, because you have to get approval from various authorities. So signature of the competent or other, this cannot be just from the parent. So this also document requires appropriate signature from the designated authority who is approving this transfer details. Okay, so this is about the documents. And if you want to contact any of the schools for any of the queries, you get the direct mobile number. You can get in touch with the officials to get further information. Okay, so what happens when I click on register? So it takes me to the instructions details. It asks me to go through entire like instructions what you need to fill. So since I know everything, I'm directly going to the new registration part here. So here I'll fill the details of one of my subscriber who asked me to fill this. So let me fill this details here. So this is up to you how to fill. So here they want to, so there this is how they have the name in the birth certificate and in Aadhaar card. So that's what they want to follow. And some of the other parents, what they do is they put the first name here and the family name here, or the father's name in the last. So however, it is up to you how to mention the first name, middle name, last name. So if you have a middle name, if you have a last name, you can mention it. So if your child is disabled, then mention yes, else no. So most of the cases it will be no. And here it's the date of birth field here. So you have to select date, month, year format. Let me copy paste from here. Okay, so this is the date format, which is let me put it here, select. Okay, so this doesn't show any error, so this date is applicable. So here it is asked for is the child of a working Kendriya Vidyalaya employee. Okay, so then you have to select working parent. If it is not, said not applicable. So most of the cases it's not applicable. If your child, if your parent, if the parent is working in Kendriya Vidyalaya, then you have to select this. So for class 1, the option was different. So they used to put grandchildren also, but for Balvatika they have removed this grandchildren option. So you have to put the valid email ID here. So let's put the email ID, and you have to put a mobile number which is valid and which is accessible at every time. Okay, so this is the mobile number that Kendriya Vidyalaya reaches you out for any clarification. If you have made any mistake in the application also, they will call you for some clarification. Or if you are selected, if your kid is selected as part of the lucky draw also, they will give us a call. So this, use the number which is active and which you can answer anytime. Okay, so during this admission process, ensure that if you get any call from any unknown number also, ensure that you pick up, or if you're not able to pick up, you just call back them and ask like who you called. Okay, sometimes it might be from Kendriya Vidyalaya. If you miss the call and if you're not responding, then they'll go to the next candidate. Okay, so be sure because if you're so interested, then you have to attend all the calls during this admission period. Okay, register. If I'm once I put on the register, it sends the OTP. So once the OTP is updated, we can go to the next step. I have entered this OTP that I have received in this mobile, and I also enter the CAPTCHA. Now I'll say verify. So once it's verified, it gives me all the details. So your basic registration is successful. You have to copy this and keep it for your reference. Okay, so in case you want to use this later, you need to have this login ID at least. So in case you want to update this application or do something, you need to keep all this details ready. Okay, so let's go and continue with the admission, online admission. So I need to, as I said, I need to keep the login ID. Again, I need to enter the same date of birth. Okay, and the mobile number. So again, I need to enter the CAPTCHA. How many times I don't know. NX6HFN. Okay, so login. So it shows me all the details. So what are all I need to do here. So the initial registration details, whatever you give is not editable. You cannot change it. In case you have to change, you have to create a new application. In case you say that you made a mistake in the name or date of birth or anything, you have to make, you cannot edit it. So this is going to be all new registration process. Okay, now we are into the application filling process. You have to fill this details here. So I know that the gender, if I'm belonging to any, you know, low income group, that is economically weaker section, this is specifically for the persons who doesn't belong to any of the reservation categories, that is open category, like not a SC, not a ST, or not a OBC. Then they have to select this EWS, and they have to produce a certificate. So when I click this, it asks for the certificate numbers, issuing authority, and date of issuing certificate. So this is one, either you can get this EW certificate, or if you have an income certificate also, you can enter all those details here. And the below poverty, if you are also having a BPL card with you, or again you say that okay, your income is less than say the prescribed government norms, like it says that below 1 lakh is the below poverty line, then if you have that income certificate, then you have to enter here. EWS, if your all the incomes other than your salary, if it is less than 8 lakhs, then you are eligible to be EWS, not SC, ST, OBC. So for now, let's select that does not belong to income group. Then usually you have to select which is, so if you are selecting EWS, then you have to select general. Okay, if you are selecting any other category, you can select appropriately. Okay, so if you some might be belonging to OBC creamy layer, so majority of the population applies in this OBC NCL category. So let's select this. So so this is non mandatory field. So if you don't know the blood group, leave it, because if you are if you get confirmed admission, then you can update this. For now, let's put something, be not be positive, let's be positive. So I'm putting it here. So if you don't know, just leave it blank and move forward. Okay, so here you have to enter the, you know, parent detail here. So mother's full name, so let me enter the name. So let me enter the child's mother name here. Okay, and the father name. So this is B initial, choose the nationality Indian, nationality is Indian. So so here this question asks, like, do you want to fill both the same address? Yes, because we both stay in the same place. So this is grayed out, and whatever you select enter here is being tracked, you know, copied by default here. And city of residence will be let's say the city whichever you say. If it is Chennai, you put the city name here, and you have to put your complete address here. Okay, let me put the complete address, so it copies there. So I can just cut this, you know, I don't want to put the pin code here, I'll put the pin code here. So the mobile number again, which is you know, in use every time, you have to put the mobile number here. And if you have a separate you know, email ID or mobile number for the father, you can mention it here. So let me put the mobile number of the parent also here. Let me see if I can pull the, you know, parents father's mobile number. So it will be great. So if you know the occupation, so I'll put here housewife here. So the occupation here, it's Indian Army. So this person works in Indian Army. I'm putting okay, Indian Army occupation. Okay, let me put so I'm waiting for the okay, sorry, so it's taking bit time here to open the document. Oh my god, it's taking a time. Okay, yeah, sorry for this. I just got the number here. I'll copy paste this father's number here. Okay, mobile number, sorry for this delay. 7. Okay, so I don't have the email, so I mentioned Indian Army, so that's fine here. So I'll go to the next page. So you have this option to select one or up to 3 maximum schools. So a lot of areas they have like 3 to 4 schools which is in the same surroundings. Okay, so but majority people select only one school. So if you are if you have options, you can select options. If you think that you're okay with any of these schools, then you can select 3 options, else you can live with only one option. So here I'm selecting the school KV Birdunagar. They say that it's like, so this is like for the larger cities it says less than 5 kilometers. For smaller cities it will be like 8 kilometers. So you can select so you can say that okay, my school is less than 8 kilometers, so that you will be eligible for RT. Okay, here. And then you say that so do you need any help to select the priority category? I'll say okay, no, because I know which category I belong to. So this is Indian Army, so this is central government purely, so I can select this central government employee. Army, Navy, Air Force, everything falls under central government. And so if it is a autonomous body, public sector undertaking, then you have to select this, like the State Bank of India or LIC. And if you are part of state government employee, you have to select this state government employees direct payroll. Or if you are public sector undertaking, autonomous bodies of state government, you have to select 4. Okay, then this is all by default for all the private categories, but this case is child of transferable non-transferable employee. Okay, so then I have to select this. So who is the person who is working in central government? So this is what is the father. Yes, it is. Did he get transfers in past 7 years? Yes, this person has been transferred. So based on how many transfers you have within last 7 years, you get the priority in the admission. So if you have a transfer for 6 times in 7 years and other person has 2 times, then the priority goes to the largest one. Okay, so that's the one benefit of the transfers for person working in the government categories. Okay, so this is what I want to tell. So let's go back to the basic details again. So I forgot to give you one information here. The reason for selecting this OBC, all this, right, RT, OBC and all, so you get a higher chance of admission. So you are considered in different categories when you are enter into the lucky draw. So if you select this one, if you are belonging to below poverty line, you by default you are considered in RT. Also RT considers OBC, SC, ST also. And again you have a separate category for OBC, SC, ST also. So you by default enter into 2 list of selection list here. One is the RT category, then you also get into this OBC, and finally you also have option based on the parents working criteria. Okay, so this priority category also is one of the category where the lucky draw will be considered. So for this parent, so there will be this candidate, this child will be considered in 3 categories. One is RT admission, because you are eligible for RT, so the lucky draw will also list this name here. And also under this child under central government, so 2, and the 3 one is OBC NCL, so 3. So in 3 categories they will be considered, and the lucky draw result will be published. If you are lucky, okay, you get 3 chances here. So if you are lucky, you will get in OBC. If you are lucky, you will get in RT. If you are lucky, you will get in government category also. So this increases your chance of getting admissions. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'll say for now I'll say no, because we need to fill lot of details here. If you say yes, you have to see which unit from where you got transferred. So as I showed in this transfer details, right, you have to say which office you belong to, date of joining, date of release from the previous unit, how many days you stayed there. So this will be automatically calculated. Transferred or office name and place and name, and then the distance, what was the distance. So I think they are not considering a distance less than 300 kilometers or something. So within city premises or the district area, they are not considering that as transfer. So they need a transfer which is more than certain criteria. I think it should be more than 300 kilometers, I guess, so where it makes you to do a relocation. So maybe here I think data so distance, I'll say 50 kilometers and say tab. So it is to show some error here. So let me try to see. June. So if I am putting some dates, okay, see it's saying that minimum 180 days should be, okay, some days, okay, this is 180 days, and this distance is more than 300. I am not seeing anything here, but there is some criteria for the distance, so at least 20 kilometers. Okay, so this is the criteria, so I'll delete this row and go to the next one. Sorry, okay, I'll say no here. I'll go to the next one here. So here you have to attach the date of birth and child's photo. So here you get the option, and you have to resize the document, the scanned document, to 256 KB size. So let me select a file here, and let's see if it is accepting. So this will show a lot of things here. So let me go to okay, so last time when I filled, right, so those details, so I'll go to 2024 fill request. So I have previously kept some documents here, so let's copy from this one. So this is a date of birth, right? So I'll put the birth certificate here. So this is uploaded here successfully, okay, and the child's photo. Okay, so you have to name it, and so that you don't get confused here. So I know it's photo. If I select this one, let's see what happens. So this is 299 or something. So when I try to upload, it says error. Okay, so I need to select the appropriate file here. So let me select this file here. So photo, okay, upload. So you can also go and view it, download this photo or the date of birth certificate. So this finally lists what are the documents all required. So if you select multiple schools here, it will list all the schools, but same data will be copied. So you need to carry, once you are selected and you are called, then you need to take all this. So let me go to the next page here. So here it asks for the confirmation. You have to say that okay, whatever. So you have to this is they strictly say that you have to fill only one application, and in one application you have you are allowed to select 3 schools. So if you are filling multiple applications, your both application gets rejected. So that's what they are warning, and whatever information you are given is correct. Okay, so you say okay, whatever data I'm given is correct. So you say save and preview, and you have the option to preview the complete application. So I can show it here, how to preview the what you get when you preview. Okay, so let me open one of the previously filled application form. Okay, here, so let me go okay, so when you preview this document, right, so this will show you up like this. So it's taking time to launch. So when you preview the document, it just show the login code, because you just logged in and you're filling it. So this is a draft version, so you can go through this document carefully and see if you have made any mistakes, and you have option to upload. So once you submit the application, you have to cancel and redo everything. So before that, take a time to see the document. So once you submit the document, okay, you get this one. Okay, get to see this one. So you can see this application submission code here. Okay, so once you see this application submission code, only you are confirming that your application has been submitted successfully. So unless until you don't get this application submission code, your application is not submitted. So like lot of parents make mistake by just they do a preview, okay, save preview, and do that, and they fail to submit it. Okay, so because of that, what happens is their application is not submitted. So that's a problem. So once it is submitted, you get all this confirmation. So once you submit, so say here, once you hit on submit button, you get to display a OTP. So it will ask for confirmation. So you have to submit the OTP that you receive. So once the OTP is entered, you get this your application has submitted successfully with the application submission code. Keep this application code with you, so in case of future reference you need this. In future also, if you think that because today is the start date of the application, so I can show you those circular here again for you. This is as per the circular, you have date till 18th, so it's not in hurry. So in case you want to update anything, you can also update the application by before 18th. So if you say that you are filling it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you have till 18 to cancel and update a new application. Okay, then once you are submitted, it goes for a official process of selection and everything. So here the application status, so when you click on the check application status, okay, so I'll go and check the application status here. So I didn't submit, right? So if I'm clicking on the application status, it says that application is not submitted. Okay, but once you submit, it says that application submitted. So that is the confirmation. Okay, so this is all about filling and submitting the application. Again, I would request you to like, and if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Please share this video with your friends who really want to understand the Kendriya Vidyalaya admission process. I'll be also posting a lot of informative videos. So already I have shown it here. So I have posted video on Army Public School, NTSC exams. So a lot of information is going on.